Hello everyone, Attack Power here with Game 2 between Gymster Hacks and Mr. Ghosty in the September monthly tournament. Let's dive right in here to Tali in Inhantala. And on the left in the red, we have Mr. Ghosty playing 43rd Reserve on Maverick Income. And on the right in the blue, we have Gymster Hacks playing 26th Panzer, also on Maverick Income. So remember, the September monthly tournament and Armored Divisions only tournament. If you haven't seen Game 1, make sure to go check that out. It was very exciting here. And you can tell by the length of this game, this one's going to be an exciting one too. Let's dive in here. It is a mirror income match, so nothing special income-wise. So Ghosty here on 43rd Reserve, which feels like it's been the belle of the ball this tournament. I feel like we keep seeing it over and over again. It must be saying something about this division in terms of like if you have to pick an armor division, what you should pick. So we've seen this a few times, but Recon tab, not great. You just have kind of BA-10s. I feel like you get normal Razvedka too, but he's not bringing them. Kind of interesting. He's bringing the Moto Razvedka in some sort of like, I think 50 cal carrying device, so that can be kind of annoying. The infantry tab, pretty solid. It's got some elite units in the Strafniki officers, and then you get Sapri Rocks as well, which are really strong. And then the rest of the divisions is only Sapri. Like, you don't get any normal line infantry, which is interesting. This infantry tab is strong until it runs out of Strafniki, and then it really takes a dive off the cliff pretty quick. The tank tab, it is a well-rounded tank tab. You get T-34 76s, you get T-34 85s in both variants, 43 and 44 variants, and then starting in B phase, you get the IS-2s. Although they are the 1943 variants, I believe, and not the 44s, so that definitely is a little bit of a crimp. The support tab is phenomenal. You get plenty of cards of SU-152s and 122s, which is just fantastic. And he's bringing in some SG-43s and Maxims as well. Your AT tab lacking, but your tank tab does most of the AT anyway. Just 45s and ZIS-3s here. The AA tab is one of the big issues with the division. You only get 85 mils, and 85 mils really kind of suck, honestly. Like, they're really not great. They're better at AT than they are at AA by a fair margin. The RD tab is also awful. You only get mortars. So that's where these middle three tabs of the deck really just suffer all around. Your air tab, though, really quite solid. So nothing to complain about there. You get LA-7s, which are actually an okay fighter. And the Yak-9B is actually a great bomber. I think you get some other stuff too. He's not bringing it. IL-2K always a good strafer. On the other side, 26th Panzer, solid A-tier division. Really is quite well-rounded. Your recon tab actually pretty great. You get SDKFZ, you get Panthers, you get Panzer 4s. I mean, this is a nice mix of stuff. Nothing infantry-wise, but some good armor for sure. Your infantry tab is honestly pretty standard outside of the Stolstrup Berettas. Stolstrup Berettas are phenomenally good. Only 20 points for a Beretta squad that absolutely slays most things. Otherwise, it's just Panzergrens, and actually a lot of Panzergren MG34s, which kind of sucks because they really are not as good as regular Panzergrens for the same price. You get higher availability, but it's not the best trade-off, honestly. Your tank tab is actually not that huge for being a Panzer division, which is kind of ironic. But you do get a great mix of stuff. You get Panzer 3s, Stug M42s, which are hyper efficient medium tanks, and then Panthers and Panzer 4 cards. So some solid stuff here. Support tab, pretty great. You get Panzer 4s and Guerrillas, and then just the usual other stuff. Your AT tab, pretty good as well. I mean, you get Jagdpanzer 4s. Me personally, I love Jagdpanzer 4s. I think they're just really great at 105 points. They're one of like the most cost-efficient Axis units with really high armor and a good gun. Then you get that Stug M43 thing and the packs here. The AA is not phenomenal. It's okay. I shouldn't even say it's okay. It is good. It just doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't work for me. You get one card of SDKFZ 71s, only an A. Then you're stuck with Gepards and the stupid 88 guns on wheels that he's not even bringing because they run out of ammo. RD tab is extremely expensive, but really quite good. And the air tab is quite solid with the Sagittario fighters and the Italian bomber. So here we go. We are off. See, Gymster is quite an aggressive player, so he is going for this early push. Very common to see that. He's not really committing hard to it. Usual defensive setup here, and nothing in the north. Ghosty, on the other hand, just trying to get into his normal forest here. Nothing too strong in the center, and not that much at the south. So this push by Gymster with these Flammenwerfers should at least grab him a flag for a bit, unless one of these machine guns unloads in time. Pack 40 setting up a nice spot here to cut off anything there. SG-43, 45 mil. Ooh, it's moving to get into cover. That is unfortunate. You can't turn off that auto cover there at the beginning early enough to stop them from doing that. And the Flammenwerfers do get out, dodge the AT. Will they get into the woods before the machine gun can pin them? They will. Sapperty Docks are going to be a bit of an issue, though. They're unloading over here instead. Remember, if you guys enjoy this content, make sure to hit that like button, please, and subscribe for more Steel Division 2 content. If you love the channel, consider checking out that Patreon down below. It means a lot. And remember to follow me on Instagram. Sorry, lots to do these days. 14-10 for Gymster right off the bat. Capturing this flag up north as well. Sapperty Docks coming in, though. T-34 backup. Most of the Strafniki officers in this position. One of the issues for this division, again, for 43rd here, is the lack of long-range infantry, of course. The Strafniki officers are phenomenal, but once you run out of them, it's really kind of up the creek without a paddle all of a sudden. Because while Sappadies are really solid, they're certainly not great at, like, actually doing long-range fighting. So we do see a Stug M42. It lacks a machine gun, but its fast-firing main cannon should be able to do some damage here. 45 mil is coming, though. The MG42 should be able to help out a bit. You has to be careful. This 45 mil can 100% kill that M42. The MG42 is kind of out of position to actually stop this. It's one of those weird line of sight things. Flammverse are picking up this flag, so Gymster acts on 1410. This dude is a very aggressive player. I never had actually played him before this, before like a Kingdom tournament recently, and he just like absolutely ran me over. And I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't like playing hyper-aggressive players. I just don't. I'm not saying it's not like I quit or anything, and I'm certainly not hating on the hyper-aggressive playstyle. It is a 100% legitimate playstyle. I don't like dealing with it. So Gymster actually getting caught out with a lot of his CQC units here. Does get some smoke down to save himself. Sapperty Dogs are actually really solid at long range as well as close range. So really these are like the other long range units of the deck, but they're certainly not as strong as Strafniki. No question of that. So we've already seen 1, 2, 3, 4 Sapperty Dogs, and I think he's got 5. Yeah, he's got 5 in A phase. So Mr. Ghosty almost out of Sapperty Dogs already. Panzergren versus Sapperty Dogs. I'm not sure, actually. We'll never know because now the Panzers are going to get involved, but I don't know who wins that. It looks like the Panzergrens. I'm pretty sure the Panzergrens do because the DPs are pretty bad, and they have less guns. There are SVTs, but they do have less rifles. Panzer IV takes a pot shot at the T-3045. T-3045 still has APCR on. How did it lose line of sight? Oh, wow. It's just an odd line of sight. The Panzer IV just driving on in. I don't think it'll be able to surrender, though, because the SG-43 is here. And now the Sturm Pioneer tries to get through, but the SG-43 is now turned on. MG-42 on the other side, opening up. Sturm Pioneer does get in range. SG-43 going to get pinned down here pretty quick. There is an 85 mil and another T-34 now in position. But the center position are getting overwhelmed, and Gymster on a 15-9 very early here. It's pretty darn good for him. Panzer III can threaten this T-3045, especially at close range with its APCR. And that's what makes Panzer III so phenomenal, is you can spend 40 points to kill a tank that costs 110. Killing this Su-85 152, though, would be absolutely so good. Panzer IV, they're going to get bailed out by this T-34, and the Sturm Pioneer are going to throw some flames at this T-34. The Panzergren does not have any sort of AT. The Stug M42 did get taken down, but now the Panzer IV going to try to finish off that M42, and it does. Pioneer goes down before it can finish that off, though. Now the Panzer IV is going to unleash its significant HE power here on these infantry. So T-34 got a turret stuck from the Panzer III APCR there. Oh, and the Panzer III bounces on that SU-152. Can it get another shot off? It does. And it does take it out. What a kill. Oof. Now, both these infantry pinned down from the M3A1, and the T-34 kind of out of action now because of its stuck turret, essentially. So this Panzer III, my god, getting so much value. Like I said, these things, so freaking good. Just it's one of the few Axis units that actually feels really efficient. A lot of times, Axis units are higher quality, but you do pay for it. It's not like they're cheap. But this unit specifically just is actually cheap and really, really effective. T-34s going after the SDKFZ. The Panzer IV here went down. The T-3045 is now dead. The Panzer III is failing to stop any of these Strafniki from getting in. And now these Strafniki officers with the submachine guns should actually absolutely wreck anything that actually gets close up into this area. And now there's also heavier ones. But Gymster still on a 14-10 with a nice little ticket lead here. Really impressive from Gymster. Wow, SU-152 picks up a Pack 40 there. Oof. What a kill. And there are only 3 Pack 40s, so they're all out. And now one is dead, so it's down to these 2, basically. Obviously, Gymster going to be relying more on his armor tab to do most of his AT work, but still. He does get 8 of these Panzer IVs, which is why we're seeing them all over the place. They're very efficient for what they do. Panzer III, I'm pretty sure it should be pretty safe from this PTRD. Like, it really shouldn't be able to get killed at all. Very rare penetration. Really, what Ghosty would be looking for is a side shot of some sort. Here comes a Yak 9B, though. That's going to be a little tough to deal with. Ouch. And down goes the Panzer III, and there goes most of the bite of this push here. Pioneer's going to try to get in. It should be able to. With the T-34 down, he could definitely get more reinforcements. Panzer IV coming as well. Focke-Wulf gets a bombing strike in. I'm not sure what it hit. I totally missed that. I apologize. IL-2KR, though, oof, going to hit this other PaK-40. There's no AA here for Gymster. So the IL-2KR not only going to strafe well, it's also going to give lots of information. The north actually crumbling here. Mr. Ghosty making a nice push back. Reinforcements rushing in. SK-18, early arty piece here. That seems ballsy in this spot. I mean, it's mere income. M3A1 Razvedka, these things are obnoxious AF, just like all 50 cal weapons are. Just totally stopping this Pioneer in its tracks. Now the 85 is going to be able to crush that. IL-2KR coming for that PaK-40 once again. Will Gymster retreat it? He could, like, immediately fall back now and take way less damage, but no, it takes the full burst from that IL-2KR. Now it's almost out of ammo, but it's still there. Panzer IV going to go down to the T-30-45 here unless Gymster gets it out of the way in time. No, he's going to get transmission damage from the 45 mil, and that'll finish it off. Maybe not, actually. No, there's the 45. Ooh. Oh, now turret's up. My goodness, this Panzer IV is taking it. Oh, and the SD-152 taking out another unit in the transport. Oh, no. I'm not rooting against Ghosty. It's just he's a very good player who wins all the time. So seeing someone like really stand up to him I would be very impressed. But we can see why Ghosty's so good. He's just systematically picking Gymster apart here, despite Gymster having a pretty significant flag lead. Now, another PaK-40 dead, which means we're down to only this last PaK-40. Which means it's going to have to be armor v armor, and I'm not a huge fan of that. I'm surprised Gymster did not bring more PaK-40s to work with for killing these T-30-45s and such. We've already seen one go down, T-30-45, I mean, but there are 7 in the deck, so he's got a long way to go. So MG-42 is going to get smacked around here if it doesn't move into a spot to stop this. And it's not going to. Sapadidok's getting in. Strafniki officers. We do finally see an SDK of Z71 stopping this Yak-9B from doing whatever it wants. SK-18 now in. Looking for that 45 mil. It should do all right. There's no radio, though. Grilla and Stug M43 supplying their significant HE firepower to this little fight here. Does he have a leader in A? He does. So Gymster does have a leader in A, although he feels like he's got the wrong one. He's got a 25.1. I'm pretty sure you should be able to get a 20.1. Focke-Wulf coming in for this Motorazvedka. It seems... I mean, he got it, but I don't know. It felt like unnecessary. It felt a little like the Panzergren's coming right now. Felt like an unnecessarily aggressive use of a fighter bomber. And now, Mr. Ghosty back on a 12-12 here with a huge salient in the center. A ver from it. Wow. So Gymster's putting a lot of points into the back lines right now. We do see a Panther A in. Let's look at that sexy beast. Dun, 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 dun. That's just a few. For a second I thought it was a ace of some sort, but it is not. Just got a cool skin on it. T-34 though spots the Panzer IV. The Sapadidok's allowing him to see that. Now he loses sight. This Panzer IV really the only thing holding this flag along with these infantry here, who will eventually get spotted and killed. Sorry for that weird zoom. I was trying to see how many Panzergrens are left there. Now I can see just 2. And now the SK-18 going after the 85 mils. That is a good choice now. I would highly agree with that for sure. Ooh, and a nice hit there. Yeah, taking those out would be huge. They're not good AA, but they're still AA. And again, they are very good AT. So getting rid of those will be very beneficial in the long run. And you realistically, I mean, he's got 8 of them. No, he doesn't. He has 7 of them. So it is realistic to really break that down. And honestly, it's 100 points every time. That's 100% value. 45 mil going to take out this Stug M43, it looks like, and he gets away just in time. Be ashamed to see this thing literally kill nothing. But now with that 45 mil covering off this forest, it's hard. He wants to cut off this reinforcement node. Like he was going after this T-34, and unfortunately, he was denied his kill. Sapadidok's pushing him deep. And now we see this Panther A, which is definitely spotted by this Motorazvedka. See a Verframen going for this area here. Might kill the T-34. It seems unlikely, but potentially. He only needs 1 hit on this 45 mil to kill it. I mean, an actual good hit. T-34 takes a direct hit, but needs a second one to die. I'm not... Oh, wow, gets it. All right. Not a huge fan of Verframens. I say it every time I see him. I just don't... Specifically Verframens. Not, like, the 300 mil or anything like that. Those are phenomenal. This just has a wider, I feel like a wider dispersion, and makes it way, way less effective. SK-18 now going after that 45 mil that punished his M43. Another 85 mil coming in. Mr. Ghosty desperately trying to get enough AA for it to actually matter. You need 2 or 3 of the 85 mils to really stop, like, actually stop a plane. Bomber coming in, hits the Strafniki officers. They're not going to surrender, of course. Panzergren in. Panther dodges a T-34-85 shot, but there's also a Panzer IV here as well. Gets a penetration. APCR hits. No crit. Panzer IV fires. Takes out the T-34. This combo is going to be tough to get through, actually. Infantry now getting overwhelmed. T-34-85 takes a pen from something from the Pak-40 here. The final remaining one takes out the last T-34. So there are no more T-34-85s here for the remainder of A. Just kidding, we're in B. Oh, attack power. You are too funny. So there are more T-34-85s. Apologies, but now he's down to 4. So that's several armor pieces taken out. And no heavy armor lost here from Gymster yet. I shouldn't say, yeah, I should mean heavy, just like any armor that's not a Panzer IV or Panzer III, like light tanks. Panzervernichtung, unfortunately, gets caught out here. This is pre-patched, by the way, so these Panzervernichtungen still a little more expensive. Jagdpanzer IV coming in now, though. We do see our first IS-2 of the match. Dun, 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 IS-2. Here I come, I'm a big fat tank. Blum, 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 blum. But anyway. A little song for every unit. These M3A1 would be driving me nuts right now. I'd be losing my crap. These things are so friggin' obnoxious. So the Sabertooth Ox now gets lost in the woods. Double Pioneer should be able to take it out. They have to time it right, though. They got to both be there at the right time. Jagdpanzer IV spotting the M3A1. It does. Finally takes that out. Hoorah. 50 cals die. Alciona does get its bomb off, because, like I said, 3 shots from those 85 mils to do anything to stop this plane, but the bombs already got off. These have very good resilience, so it should be fine. Bombs go off. They don't do anything really impressive, honestly. It is an 800 kilogram bomb, so I thought it might do more. 85 mils are doing some damage. They do damage. It's easy to forget that they do. I mean, the thought is always the big guns never kill a plane, but they actually can. All right, so the Jagdpanzer IV now facing the correct direction, so it should not be critted anymore. We do also see the SK-18 really aiming it down. Werframen going for a strike here. But the infantry are mostly gone, it appears. Yeah, they are. That one's going to hurt, though. Ouch. That one hurt. Oh, yeah, okay. So we do have some good hits there from the Werframen. 3 Yak-9Bs coming in. Oh, my goodness. And 2 of them do get their bombs off. Jagdpanzer IV goes down. Yeah, he needs to target something. Like, if he actually wants to kill any of these planes, he needs to actually pick a target like he is now. But unfortunately, he picked literally the last one in the line that did the least to anything. SDK definitely needs to move now, or it's going to probably die to something. Although there is no artillery, so maybe not. That is the nice thing about playing 40-30 is you can kind of leave your troops around. You don't actually have to, like, micro them constantly because there's really no AT to deal with. I mean, artillery. So we're at a 12-12, but Gymster's still on a lead. 15 minutes. We're halfway through B phase. And, you know, but we're going to get choked on income here eventually. Darn mirror income. SK-18 going after the M45. Can it finally finish it off? A little bit long. Looking to finally open this back up, although I'm sure there's more 45 mils. Well, we've seen several die. And now the Guerrilla going to finally finish the job there. Now the M43 could move forward again. Try to cut off that reinforcement route. Panzergren overwhelming the Strafniki officers. We do see... What was that? Was that the IS-2? Yeah, I think it was. Panther... The Panther's engaging the IS-2? Whoa. Yeah, I was going to say, wow. The Panther bounced the IS-2 shell. Wow. That was lucky with a capital L. Wow. Yeah, I don't know what Gymster was doing there. See a whole heap of stuff. Gepard, some Stug M43s. They don't know where they're going. Jagdpanzer IV. All coming on the other side. More SU-122s, SU-152s, all the HE. Another IS-2 down south. Guerrilla better run or he's going to die. I don't think he's running. I don't get a sense he's running. He's not running. But the IS-2 on the move, so there's, like, should be no chance in all of time for that to actually hit something. Guerrilla now on the move. Will he get away? Another Guerrilla going to take a pot shot. M43 going to get on target. Can it do what it's been destined to do? Bounces off the IS-2. IS-2 getting some suppression, though. That will make it harder. Focke-Wulf can't get through. IS-2 misses the Guerrilla, takes another Guerrilla shot, just building up suppression, and this suppression will matter. Oh, Strafniki gets wiped out by the Guerrilla. And the IS-2 backs off. Guerrilla trying to get out of line of sight, and it does, but this one just cleaving through Strafniki officers, the Aufklär spotting for him. Su-152 takes a pen from this Panzer IV, I would think. Yeah, you definitely want to kill it. So for me personally, the actual threat is always these freaking long-range HE weapons, which is why I always complain when a division doesn't have them, because I know how effective these weapons are. So not having them really sucks, and when your opponent has them, it sucks. So killing those, for me, is actually more valuable most of the time than killing like an IS-2. Because your infantry literally just can't move forward in the face of this. On the other hand, they 100% can move forward in the face of an IS-2. So Stug trying to take out an Su-122. It is getting the side shot. Will it get another? Oh, that would be huge. Oh, it misses. Is he using heat? It is. And it takes it out. What a kill for Gymster there. What an abnormal mistake there by Mr. Ghosty. IS-2, will it get another shot on this? Stug M43 could actually be trying to kill this IS-2. Guerrilla goes down now. So nice killer for the IS-2. He could, like, the whole point of this thing is essentially to kill big tanks like this. The 170 does not pen this very often, though. Like, that's going to be a struggle. That's kind of the point of this thing's existence here, I would think, though. I mean, killing T-30-45s, I guess, would certainly be a secondary use. Oh, Aufklär can't get out. And doesn't get the opportunity to get that line of sight. Panther A looking for a side shot there. Does not get it. Or maybe it was this was just an accident? I mean, I don't know. Stug M43 sees the side. He's got the side shot. Here we go. Oh, misses. Panther gets a penetration? Oh, because the side's showing on both. And the IS-2 goes down. What a play by Gymster. Yak 9Bs came in for something. I don't know what. Maybe a Pack 40 that was chilling here. So one IS-2 down. There's only 3 to deal with, and 1 has been killed now. And we're about to hit C phase. Wow, that was a huge kill for Gymster. Lost nothing for that. Really impressive. And really, I mean, kind of surprised to see Ghosty let that. I mean, this is abnormal, though. This was a really clutch play from Gymster. This is a really tight line of sight. There's, like, barely anything here to work with. I'm not sure if Gymster meant for that to happen. Or maybe he was, like, trying to get it over here or something. But it worked out. Verframen going to hit hard. This BA-10 might actually end up getting caught in the crossfire. He's trying to back up. There are too many 85 mils for these Focke-Wulfs to get through. Wow, both Maxims go down. The Alcione still might get through, but they're not. These Focke-Wulfs won't. This might even go down. There it is. Oh, wow, he gets out. Oh, just kidding. Oh. So now, Mr. Ghosty on the 1311, we do see some sort of arty going here. SK-18 going after the IS-2, happens to hit the ZIS-3. T-30-45 combat coming in. We're now into C phase, so the income is now choked. So who will be able to leverage what they've got better and slowly trickle in a successful force? Stug going after the Su-122 again. Can it claim another one of these? No, bounces. What is the armor on this? I know I can see, sorry. 70... And this is... Well, what's the heat? Like, what is he firing? He's firing AP, right? Yeah, he's firing AP, which is 90. Okay. So he should be able to pen that. These Pioneers keep trying to get in. They keep getting stopped, and there's, like, none left of them. It's really a shame for them. SK-18 still bombing where the IS-2 used to be. But that now moved. Stug almost taking out that Su-122. Will it get it? No, it won't. Jagdpanzer IV going to struggle to kill this. I can't see the percentages, but I doubt. I mean, unless that IS-2 keeps facing sideways. Oh, no. Ghosty giving an attack order instead of an attack move order, so it didn't stop. It kept moving. Now he should be quite safe. The Panther may want to get involved. It might have a chance. IS-2 going to take out that Jagdpanzer IV, though. Gymster letting that go down. Panther getting involved now. It actually takes out the IS-2. Another IS-2 down. Wow, that's devastating for Ghosty. Absolutely devastating. Because as the game goes on here, the Panthers will, with the IS-2s dead, the Panthers will honestly dominate. Like, T-34-85s can take them out, but at long range, they really struggle to do that, and the Panthers have no problem taking out T-34-85s. So, Mr. Ghosty's armor here getting severely broken down. The final IS-2 is now in. This Panther doesn't appear to have noticed. It has. It's shooting at it. It's just not doing. It's not moving. Gymster has not seen this. So he might lose a Panther. And truthfully, Gymster only has 5 Panthers to work with. Have any of them died? I don't think so, though. He gets another penetration on that IS-2. Seriously? Wow, Gymster is just blessed of, oh my goodness, of the RNG today. RNGesus, bless Gymster here in this fight. Yak's gonna take out the Panther, though. Ghosty doing it the hard way. Focke-Wulf comes in. I thought maybe he was doing for a fight, like a fighter attack here. SDKZ did target, but cannot take either of those Yaks out. Stolstrup get unloaded. Now to this IS-2 here. Stolstrup Red is still just doing the work. God, those dudes are good. Yeah, this is a kind of bad mistake here from Ginger. He's lucky he's not getting horribly punished for this. What's going on over here? More Stolstrup Red is in. Now we see a line of SDK of Z 250/9s. Well, there's not much up here. This 85 mil, though, going to be an issue. That might take out most of this, actually. That would be really awkward. Bunch of Strafniki officers coming in. This Stolstrup caught in the open. Gymster has not noticed yet. So one IS-2 left, and it has already been penned. It's pretty huge for Gymster. Of course, he doesn't know how many IS-2s there are. There could be more in the deck. I think there's definitely more IS-2 cards. I do not think that Mr. Ghosty is expecting, though, to lose his IS-2s that easily. So, Strafniki officer killed in the transport. Now they get hit big. So, hurting those is really helpful. Like I said, those are easily the best infantry in the deck. And once those run out, the infantry become very lackluster out of 43rd. For Gymster, on the other hand, the infantry at 26th are pretty consistent through all phases. The Stolstrup Red are obviously a big bonus whenever you bring them in. And I like them in B as well, because then you get lots of them, and you want lots of them because they're really good. Tanko's getting in, though, with their half-track. These Stolstrup can't do anything about that. So SK-18 has been consistently firing. I will give Gymster that credit. He's not let it sit. IS-2 poking out to try to kill the Stug and now backing off. This M43 is still here. Not moving, though. It's been reloaded. And now a just pile of SDK of Zeds chilling here. One will go down to the 85 already. 85 mil. No, it's got plenty of AP and stuff. Tanko goes down. Panzer 4 now in. It finds the SU-122. Can it take it out before the SU-122 finds a heat shell? No, it cannot. This T-34-85 is actually in a lot of danger. M3A1 Razvedka as well. IL-2KR gets forced off. Avtos have no chance against this Stolstrup here. T-34-85 versus Panzer 4. Combat Wombat takes a hit. Oh no, yeah. Oh, whoa, I can't. I would have kept fighting. I would have said, let's do this, man. Killing off that combat would have been fantastic. 12-12 with Gymster still in the lead halfway through this match. This has been fantastic. Both players a little low on troops. Tali always a weird map. It just is. Half the map's not even played. It's really odd. I get maybe there was an infantry over here and somehow died. I'm not sure. Because Ghosty's left this horribly undefended. I've seen plenty of games where people just sneak down here. Panther coming in this way again. 85 mil now covering off the road. Smart play by Gymster because that road's pretty heavily covered off. Another issue for Gymster, I think he's all out of off-clear and stuff, so there's not a lot of recon left in his deck. Of course, there's lots of, like, vehicles, but they really are not nearly as good as the, like, off-clear that you can hide places. Grilla and stuff get now under assault, need to fall back immediately if they don't want to be insta-killed here by the IS-2. But Gymster has not reacted. He's too busy following something else, probably this little fight here. SDK of Zed's going for it, but 3 of them already dead, only 1 left. This was a really ballsy play. He's getting through, but here comes the Yaks. SDKFZ now moving. Does kill it. Can the Yaks still see it? It can. SDKFZs go down. These double Yak 9Bs just doing the work. These are phenomenal fighters for their price. Panther trying to get the IS-2, creating it again. Here comes the Shug M43. Is Ghosty going to fall for this twice? Oh, no, he's not. This time he realized what was going on. Panther spots the Tankos. Oh, what an unfortunate line of sight there. Alciona gets two bombs off. Might be able to kill the Zis with that. Tankos do go down. Alciona might go down to his overwhelming number of 85 mils. Does take out the Zis 3 successfully. Recaptures his flag, or holds that flag a little better now. Yeah, ammo. He's eating up ammo, though. He might run out. With that Verframen and the SK-18 going to town, he very well could run out. Stern Pioneer, still Stroop getting a little caught out here by the Strafniki officer. SDKFZ's now coming into the center here. T-3485 still here. Panzer IV could still try to take that out. I mean, it's right there. Panther just waiting now. So this is basically cutting off this IS-2 from poking out. If it pokes out, it reveals itself to the Panther over here, which allows for the pincer play again from the M43. This is a really impressive setup from Gymster. It's very I mean, both sides here can really cut off this reinforcement route from either direction, but Red can definitely, like, really cut this off by placing some piece of heavy armor here. But by doing this, he's basically stopped that and essentially taken this final IS-2 kind of out of the game. Ghosty, though, flipping it to the other side to get it re-involved here. Spot the Panzer Vernichting? Yeah, interesting. Shug backing up. The Grillig went down. So the problem here for Gymster is he's kind of out of 2k HE, which is definitely an issue on this map. No doubt about that. Now, Ghosty's lost a lot himself, but he had 8 instead of 4 at the beginning, but he's lost several. He might already be out. I'm not even sure. T-3476 is now in. Panzer IV goes down to the Zis 3. Ouch. Ouchie, ouch. Focke-Wulf does get its bombs off there. I'm not sure what it hit. Stolstrup spotted by the BA-10. SK-18 going after the 85 mil. Surprised he never just called in a second one of these at some point. Again, 2 of them is so much more effective than 1. A lot more than 2 times. It's a lot more than double than when you get 2 of something. Here comes IL-2KR again. He's Stolstrup holding, but the Strafniki officers pushing in. They're not phenomenal CQC, but they're just massive squads that can put out a fair bit of damage, and most of these infantry are pretty heavily damaged. Gepard's going to try to tickle off that IL-2KR, and they do. And a whole bunch more Strafniki officers. My goodness. Feels like he's got a lot of them. And lose it. So still 12-12, but Gymster's still in the lead. We're now hitting 30 minutes here as these 2 players try to slog their way through each other's defenses. 85 mil finding the Stug. Going to be able to take that out if he can land a hit. But now it gets redirected after the Focke-Wulf. Verframen strike in on the IS-2. IS-2 is not moving. And it goes down. All 3 IS-2s are now dead. What a lucky hit there. The very first rocket landing spot on target. My goodness, I need to know who Gymster prays to. Because, my God, they're making him lucky in this game. Double Stolstrup Red, if they were full health, I actually think they would beat this 2 squads. But since they're weakened and out of Molotovs, these guys should overwhelm them relatively easily. Yak 9B is going to come in, though, and just stop that altogether. Gepards can't do anything. Ouch. And the Stolstrup go down hard. Focke-Wulf do get through. What the heck? What? It's falling back. What's happening? What is going on? Wait. What? This is a major glitch. What is this thing doing? I have never seen that before. Okay. That plane was falling back, so it wasn't allowed to shoot, but it wasn't falling back. It was going in an attack run to kill those planes still. That was really, really weird. There's the other SK-18. Actually kind of surprised seeing him put it down here. I would, like, for ammo's sake, I would have put it, like, here. Like, not close. But, like, here or something even. There's no counter battery. Another Focke-Wulf coming in, despite him not really getting through much here. He did get through this time, though. It's 85 mil pinned. Strafniki officer goes down. I mean, Gymster definitely has the advantage of infantry. In terms of numbers, Ghosty actually has more, but that's because of the 18 Chernos from Phase A, which I don't even feel like we saw many of. Did we see many Chernos? I wasn't really paying attention to it. Did he just put them in A just to save them for C? That is possible. It's unfortunate lines of sight here. The town can't really stop these guys from getting in close. SK-18, though, is going to help the cause. Panzergrenadiers do spot the officers, and they are triple stars, so they're going to put out the damage. And these are actual Panzergrenadiers, not like Panzergrenadier MG-34s. Pioneers get unloaded. Jagdpanzer IV in position, though. Pioneers can definitely beat the Strafniki officers. The issue for the grenade guys versus these fanatical dudes is the fanatical dudes won't surrender, obviously, so the effect of the grenade is significantly decreased. It still does a lot of damage, but it's not like an insta-kill like it usually is. Zis-3 versus Stug M42. The Zis-3 should win. Well, not if it can't hit. Just kidding. When Gymster falls back, it's a natural reaction, but he was actually going to win that fight. He's trying to find a good target for his SK-18. Now he's going after the 85 mil. It's still falling back. Panther A took a bunch of hits, probably from a yak. Cardiac, yak, 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 yak. You ought to know by now. Good song. Dun, 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 dun. This is not what you get for your money. Don't demonetize me. Bow, 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 bow. You'll know if there was a weird gap just now that I got censored for singing that song. I sang a song and a bit more than it's... I did not sing its entirety by any stretch, but if you noticed that there was a sudden gap somewhere, that's what that was. That'd be really funny, actually. I'm big enough for them. Oh my goodness, IL-2KR, is it going to get through? It does! Oh, ow, oh! Cheeky from Ghosty, I like it. SDKs won't take it down because it's moving, so its accuracy is severely decreased. Yeah, you can see how it's just really not actually doing much. M2A1 pushing for a Panzer Vernichtung trying to solve the problem, but the 50 cal is on target, which means he's now basically useless. The SDKFZ could definitely do something about it. The 50 cal is dangerous, but you could poke out and kill that for sure. Vernichtung needs to fall back. Panzer IV took a damage here from something. Probably the 85 mil. Oh, the T-3476 is the answer, actually. Can it take it out? Nope. And the Panzer IV goes down. So Mr. Ghosty's making some good trades now on a 1311, but his Strafniki officer's getting hit by the grenades. SDKZ does push forward, and I was wrong. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I thought this thing should win, which is ridiculous that a quad 20 mil can't beat a stupid 50 cal half-track. Watch this, Eugen, and see how ridiculous this is. I still think suppression on 50 cals is too high. But that's just me. I know allied players will scoff at me for it. Pioneers do force off the Strafniki. Now, fighting at range, though, obviously not nearly as good. What is... Oh, Ghosty captured this flag. That's how he's got the 1311. I would definitely say that Gymster needs some armor, and he definitely needs to maneuver this Panzer Vernichtung in a better spot to actually kill this stuff. Stug M42, I wouldn't say is the best, but here goes the Stug M43. That definitely can kill things. Although it's already been penned, it's very damaged. Just gotta be careful. Tanko Desaniki into the woods, and I think Gymster kind of used up all his Stolztrupp already. He was deploying them very aggressively. He was like a kid in the candy store. He got a cheap unit, and all of a sudden he was like, call them all in. Stug M42, though, does take out the T-34. The M43 spots the half-track and does take it out. So that flag will get recaptured? Question mark? And there it is. Gymster still in the lead. Ghosty's coming under more pressure now. Only 14 minutes remaining in this match, and this is still anyone's game, and this is not a big point gap. SK team back online, blasting away. Gymster's just trying to literally pick off infantry units one by one at this point. Which is, against 43rd is very viable because their infantry, again, get much worse after a certain point. Alcione coming in for the bombing strike. LA-7, though, now and in. This is actually a solid Soviet fighter. There's not many solid Soviet fighters. This one's Pretty quick, medium resilience. It's a little underpowered. It's definitely underpowered. Only 220 mils, but it actually has some resilience and actually has some speed, which many Soviet fighters cannot say. So bombs don't kill that infantry though. Gymster needs to get something in here to recapture his flag. It's a 1311 again for Mr. Ghosty. It's not even a good 1311. It's like a really cheeky grab 1311. But Gymster looking very thin here. Ghosty's skill at whittling his opponent down showing right now. Shugam 42 goes down. Ouch. T-3045's now in the 1944 variant with the 2K range. How far? Oh, this one's pushing too far up. M43 will get at it. The Panther went down to some yaks again, though. Panther D in. Gets the first shot. Gets a penetration on that T-34. And there's a Shug M43. T-34 never gets a shot off. That was a nice play for Gymster. Needed that bad. SU-152 ground attacking? Yeah, he knows there's an off glare. He's just guessing there's AT or an off glare there. Panther D gets the first shot off on the T-3045. Misses. We have 2 misses there. Gymster just... he could just push up with his Panzergren, like not even far, and recapture this flag. Off glare does get out in time. Already going for the 85, I assume? No, he's going for what was the combat, but I guess it moved. I mean, Mr. Ghosty is happy to just sit here and collect these tickets for nothing. Zis 3 takes out one of the Stolstroop. Oh, he really cannot suffer to lose any more of those. He needs them so bad. Oh no, Gymster gonna lose another one. Oh wow, it misses! Here's a bunch of Panzergrens that are gonna be under pressure. Verframen going for the Zis. No, it's not. Did Gymster not notice the transport snipes that just happened? I don't think he did. Zis 3 though, having a glitch fest right now, cannot get on target of anything. Just kidding, he's going for the Jagdpanzer 4. Oh no, the auto-targeting of the AI. Sometimes it's great, and oftentimes it just sucks. Remember, guys, the units will always target the highest armored enemy. That's just the default. Okay, and there's no way to change it. That will be their automatic targeting all the time. So just keep that in mind whenever you go in for engagements. So Panzergren's going in. The Stolstroop is the only one who actually deserves to be fighting this fight. Some Panzergrens do get their MG42 off, though. The Stolstroop need to move in and get their Molotovs on. Panzergren recaptures, finally bring it back to a 12-12. Verframen strike helped clear this forest out, finally, for Gymster. A bunch of Saperty coming in. If the Panzergrens can stop them from getting in the woods, they're not much of a danger. But if they can get in, then of course they're going to be very dangerous. Stolstroop get their Molotov off, but so did the Tanko. They were able to reload. Beretta laying down fire. So are the Tankos with their now PP Shaw superpowers. Panzergren finally going to push these out of the woods, and the Panzergren are going to reestablish. So the Tanko's coming in now to recapture all this. There's nothing here to AT this. Oh, just kidding. Jagdpanzer 4 gets a shot off. Misses. Oh, Jagdpanzer 4. You have failed. Goodbye. I have that song stuck in my head now. I can't sing it, though, because obviously, again. T-3045 took a big penetration from something. I have to assume the M43, yeah. But none of this AT can stop these Tankos from getting in. Unless this Panzergren gets a Panzerfaust off, and it does not. It's going to get pinned by the 50 cal superpowers. STK of Z blob coming in, though, and there's not much to stop that, actually. The SU-152s, maybe? But it would take 1 or 2 shots before they do. So who wins, SDK of Zs or the M2A1s? Usually I'd go right SDK of Z, but after the other showing that surprised me immensely, I just can't be sure anymore. That stupid M2A1 gonna get away. Jagdpanzer 4 versus the T-3045. Easy win there, with the Jagdpanzer having not taken any other hits. 85 mil though, gonna move to finish off the pile here. SDK of Z's looking for the kill on this M2A1, which will be just a thorn in the side if he can't do it. And he can't. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. Finally, it's dead. I hate those things. Yak coming in, but there is a lot of AA this time. Only one Yak stopped. Nope, the others get in. And a huge hit. Jagdpanzer 4, Panzerfaust. Oh my goodness. Ghosty just wiped out this whole central defense. Alcione coming in to try to respond. It's going too deep. Nope, no chance. ST-18 gets a good hit on the 85 mil, though. Wow, most of those STKFZs dead. Panzer guns get caught out by the SU-152. Still 12-12 Gymster with a small lead. We're now under 10 minutes left. Wow, this flag is so close to getting capped. Reinforced a new Panzergren leader. Alciona goes down. Big loss there for Gymster. No more big planes, and his Focke-Wulfs have been basically useless since they got all those out. Stolstrup can now get in. The SU-152 out of position with the Panther D here. 85 mil getting forced off. Stolstrup in. Might capture this flag, actually. He can put it, like, right here and hold that. The BA-10 would be the only thing that has a chance, but here comes the Panther to basically force off any armor here. It's very ballsy from Gymster, actually, because there could be any kind of AT gun or something, but the ZIS-3s are running low, I'm sure. We've seen many of them. 45 mils as well. What's this SU-152 going after? It's just ground attacking? That's kind of weird. Infantry going to get hit hard, though, by this ground attack. But they are moving now. And one of them might dodge, the other might die. SDKFZ's coming in. There's nothing to stop them, actually. Like, nothing at all. They are going to get held up shooting at these Strafniki officers, which isn't a bad use of ammo, but the SU-152 might kill them, especially bunched up like this. T-3485 T-3476, excuse me, coming in. SDKFZ's again really tight together, which means SU-152 is going to hurt a lot. Oof. Engine stall. Always an engine stall with that thing. Gymster back on a 13-11 with the capture of this flag now. Panther moving in. Is he cutting off the reinforcement road? He is. Stolstrup a little too deep for this SU-152 to get it. Stug M43 moving forward. Yeah, and this SDKFZs go down. Gymster's throwing those around like they're free. But Gymster has built a lot of CQC into his deck. Gotta give him credit for that. He has had lots of Pioneers. He's got the Stolstrup. He's got over 20, like 27, I think. 22, 27. Oh, no, and the Sturm Pioneers. He's got over 30 CQC infantry, which for a Panzer Division is quite significant. Focke-Wulf finally get through. The 85 is on the weird hill here. Can't get a shot off, and the Focke-Wulf actually gets through. And the Stolstrup Beretta is able to help clean up the rest of the Sapperty here. SDKZ's in to hit the Strafniki officer. Gymster on a 14-10, and Mr. Ghosty in a lot of trouble here. M43 hitting the Maxim? The SG-43 here? Yeah. Stolstrup in, but the Tankos will get that. Shooter killed crit with the 85 mil APCR. Like I said, these are better AT guns than they are AA pieces. Panther trying to back out of the 1750 meter range, and they can just kill it from 2K. So SDKFZ in a very exposed position. You could at least put it here. Goodness. Shooter killed. He doesn't need to back up that far. Jeez. Oh, yeah, he deserved that. Yeah, he kind of deserved that, like I said. Panther going to go after the SU-152. The Panther should technically win, but all the SU-152 needs to do is its magical super critting ability, and it might get like a really bad crit and win this. Remember, the Panther is damaged, but here comes the Yaks to do the job. Anyway, track's broken, because that's not ridiculous. SU-152s are crap. I understand everyone was like, I understand they gave it higher crit because technically this gun's really strong, but there are plenty of other big guns in the game that do not crit at the rate of this freaking thing. Down it goes. Track, it does do it. I just don't understand this specific unit getting special crit. Like, if you're going to do that, then all the 152 units or all the 150 units should get higher crits. It just doesn't make sense that this singular unit is the only one that does. Can the SDKFZ kill it? I don't think it can. Wow, it just gets absolutely wrecked. Oh, poor SDKFZs. You stood no chance this game. Panther goes down to the 85. Now the IL-2KR taking out these SD... Wow, my goodness, these SDKFZs cannot stay alive. The open top wrecking them. But the BA-10 misses and gets killed. Oof. More Tangos in. Ghosty has had plenty of those. Panzer IV finding the SU-152. Can it kill it before the SU can crit it to death? Let's see. Oh my god. Every time. Oh, goodness me. T-3485 gonna wreck this SDKFZ. Oh, Gymster's just been so mean to these things. They've had no chance. They've had no chance at all. Getting absolutely wrecked constantly. Yak getting a nice bombing strike in, but the Tankos, the Stealth Troop almost beat them both. Gymster's still on a 13-11, though, with only 4 minutes remaining here. Ghosty needs to make a big play if he wants to win this. I'm not sure if he's got the troops for it, though. Panzer 3 versus T-34-76 does take it out, but Mr. Ghosty finally capturing this flag up north. Gymster's defense is crumbling a little bit here. Panzer 4 spotting the T-34-85. Oh, and it goes down. No shot. Gymster has so little left. Is Ghosty going to pull this out in the final hour? I mean, he needs a double tick. And the problem is from red side, it's really hard to get a double tick. And now Gymster actually opening a salient here and getting back a 13-11. I think this might be crushing the hopes and dreams of Ghosty here. Wow, the Stealth Troop and Tanko trade. And a little nice push here from Gymster looking to come across the south. There's a Gepard standing in the open. Not a fan of that. SK-18 just continues to blast away. This one ran out of ammo, and again, that was my issue with putting it down here, because you need, like, separate ammo then for it. Pioneer gets surrendered with the M2A1. But Gymster still on a 13-11, and only 2 minutes remaining here. Fantastic game from both these players. Tali, an interesting map. I actually do like it. It's this that sucks. Like, this kind of ruins this map in general. Because it cuts off half the map. Like, if this was all playable area of some sort, like woods, if this was like dense woods down here with like a town spot in here, that would be really interesting. But like, you can only get to it with like no roads. Like, the roads would be like this, but then this would all be woods and buildings. I think that would be really fun. It would give a really CQC area to this map instead of all this open. And the open's good. There's nothing wrong with this part of the map. But I think it would just be so much more interesting with play down here. And the problem is that all the units get concentrated into this really tight area here. And it gets hard to maneuver. And especially for red side, capturing a double tick flag is really tough. Like, you gotta blow out the entire center, basically. You can't really do the north. It's really hard to hold this flag all the way down here. And, I mean, if you can get this, then kind of, yeah, but you got to go really far to get these two flags. T-34-85 goes down. I don't know what. Oh, the Panzer Vernichting? Yeah. It wasn't that. There it is. That thing has survived. Oh, and the Panzerfaust and the T-34-76, the final rub in there. Ouch. Panzergren catching out the Sapperty, doing tons of damage there. And Ghosty's just, like, attack moving this 85 mil way forward. It's going to get killed by the Panzergrens. Unless the M2A1 can pin them all down. But here comes the Panzer 4. Should be able to kill that. SK-18 coming for AT duty. Gepard goes down, because it was just out there for no reason. Panzer 3. What is that shooting? Infantry? Yeah, the infantry over here. Yeah, Mr. Ghosty desperately pushing 13-11, but only 10 seconds left. And Gymster gonna win this game. Congratulations to him. Quite an accomplishment. Condolences there to Mr. Ghosty, but he wins a lot, so. This guy wins constantly. Because he's a phenomenal player. What a game. 50 minutes on Tali and Inhantala. 43-45, 46-95. Gymster out trading the Ghost. Very nice for him. Zenart 85 mil. Yeah, look how much it did to stuff on the ground. This one actually did shoot a plane down. Yak 9B doing a ton of damage. Good lord. Wow, these Yak 9s got so much value. And again, that is one of the slight weaknesses of 26. Their AA is not phenomenal. It really isn't. It's not overwhelmingly good. It gets the job done. It doesn't leave you defenseless, but it also it doesn't like lock down the sky by any stretch of the imagination. Look at my goodness gracious. Look at all these tanks and stuff picked up. Now, again, Gymster was throwing SDK around like they were free. And he was just getting them freely. Verframen actually did a lot of work. Okay. All right. Cred to you, Verframen. I hate on you a lot, but you did work. This SK-18. Wow, look at that. That's nice. Excellent work using that really effectively from the beginning. This is the longest I've ever seen an M43 survive and actually do stuff. I don't think I've ever seen one of these actually kill something big like an IS-2, so congrats to that unit as well. We have some champs today out of 26. If you guys enjoyed that, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and consider supporting over on Patreon. Thanks a bunch, and have a fantastic day.